Belgrade, 2015. A city of over 1 million people, countless dreams and paths that cross, and among them, 19-year-old girl, without a clear goal, frightened and alone, but with a strong desire to succeed. I remember it like it was yesterday. I stepped off the bus at the main station and began walking toward the Faculty of Transport and Traffic Engineering. The walk took over an hour, but in my mind time stood still. My stomach churned with an anxiety. My heart raced in panic that I'd be late. And then, the square in front of the faculty. Dozens of my peers, all surrounded by support, parents, friends, notebooks and formulas. I stood quietly to the side, with no familiar faces around me, but with an increasingly clear feeling that I belonged in this place, a place that opened the door to the future. I passed the entrance exam. That was just the first hurdle. The real challenge was choosing a major. At that point, I still didn't know what my true calling was, or did I have a clear vision of who I was or where I was going. But I knew one thing. I had always been drawn to the unknown, to exploration, to challenge. And when I read the name waterborne transport, something clicked. A quiet strength, an intuitive sense that this was it. The years of study flew by intense but rewarding. I graduated on time, but what mattered most were the people I met. Brilliant professors, experts whose passion and knowledge left no one indifferent. It was then that my curiosity turned into love. I realized that water transport wasn't just another branch of logistics. It was a vital artery of global trade, a quiet force that keeps the world moving. When I started working at the faculty, my enthusiasm only grew day by day. With each new generation of students, I felt a greater sense of responsibility and pride to be part of something that can shape the future. We take them on professional field trips, visits to companies, we discuss everything. But what matters most to me is encouraging them to think deeper, to see more than just the surface of the water, to recognize it as a pathway along which the world flows. Ships bring us the tropical fruits we buy every day, the luxury cars on our streets, the coffee we sip each morning. Over 80% of global trade depends on maritime shipping. Without ports and vessels, the world as we know it simply couldn't function. Maritime transport is an irreplaceable pillar of the global economy. Modern container ships can carry more than 24,000 TEUs, delivering goods from every corner of the planet, from clothing and electronics to industrial machinery. Ports handle over 11 billion tons of cargo annually, and despite their enormous size, ships remain the most efficient means of long-distance transport with significantly lower fuel consumption per ton-kilometer and reduced emissions compared to other modes. But what matters most to me are inland waterways. In a country like Serbia without access to the sea, water transport often seems distant and forgotten. But that's a misconception. We have the Danube, Europe's backbone of river transport. The Danube connects us to the Trans-European Transport Network and links us to 9 other European countries. Inland navigation is the most efficient and sustainable way to transport cargo. River vessels carry large volumes of goods while consuming minimal energy per ton. River navigation is also more environmentally friendly with minimal pollution, almost no noise, and a higher level of safety compared to other modes of transport. Graduation was not the end, it was a new beginning. I completed my master's degree, enrolled in doctoral studies, but what truly shaped me were the things that happened outside the classroom. I obtained a license to perform professional tasks in drafting technical documentation in the field of inland and maritime navigation because I believe knowledge carries little weight without responsibility. Thanks to incredible professors, I became involved in international projects such as Dionysus and Seamless. I learned, connected, built bridges between science and practice. I promoted water transport wherever I could, through workshops, fairs, and among young people still searching for their path, just like I once did. And in that search, my doctoral dissertation took shape, focused on the potential application of autonomous vessels on the Danube. For me, this is not just a research, it is a glimpse into the future. Because if we want to be part of the world to come, we must begin building it today. Today, 10 years later, there is no trace of that unsure girl stepping into the unknown. Today, I am a woman who knows, who believes, who loves what she does, and who understands that her task isn't just to pass on knowledge, but to awaken awareness, to inspire, to help others understand why it is vital to protect, develop, and invest in water transport. Because without it, the world would stop.